What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. It's time to do the 2014 album review on the Nuclear Blast Records release of the new Grand Magus album entitled Triumph and Power. Now before I jump right into this album, big thanks once again to Elliot aka EQP TV. I suppose a lot of you guys know him for his very good informative reviews, and he messaged me on Facebook and recommended this album to me, and I was really curious to know what this album and this band at the same time are going to sound like, so he instantly sent me the link so I can listen to the whole album from there. And from a lot of my multiple listens, I have completely fallen in love with this album, and I have to say, and I know it's the month of February now, I have to say that this is one of my most favorite albums of 2014 so far, and it's just a great, perfect introduction to the band for me. So I'll be posting Elliot's channel in the description, and also George aka That's Not Metal reviewed this album, so check out his review. I'll put his review in the description too. So, for those who don't know the band, Grand Magus are a three-piece metal band from Sweden. This is their 7th full-length studio album, and from the band themselves, they've stated this album as their strongest album. So I was pretty excited to listen to this album, and I am just very proud to hear, in my opinion, just one of the most catchy, memorable, and easy to follow metal albums I have heard in ages. And from the band's musical style, it really does have a interesting variation of the influenced sounds of heavy metal, stoner metal, and doom metal, and that's what the entire band had done from their previous albums. And before I just clicked play to the first track, I looked at the artwork of this album and it blew my mind. And to me, the artwork is just simply one of the best and just really well made pieces of metal album artwork I have ever discovered. And just see it for yourself. It's just really well made, and from a lot of the songs on this album, and the first part of this album is just in your face, straightforward, some old school sounding pieces of heavy metal, and when I hear those sounds, it really reminds me of Ghost's fantastic debut album Opus Eponymous, and that album does have the very big old school sounds of heavy metal, and this album really does remind me of Opus Eponymous, and a lot of the songs are just absolutely simplistic, but at the same time, as I said, catchy and memorable. So the album itself in general is just definitely one of the best releases I have heard for quite a long time, really. So if you haven't come across this album, I strongly recommend this album. The second half of this album really does go more into the different sounds from the band's musical style, involving the doom and the stoner metal genres combined. The production on the album is absolutely phenomenal, and its heavy instrumentation just gets the job done with the non-stop, raw, aggressive distortion sound from the guitar work, and the sounds of the bass guitar does have an incredible low, just a great heavy tone to it as well, and the drums just heavy. It's just a heavy sounding album for anybody to listen to. The vocals on the album, to me, really do stand out, and it does have a very good variation of some lower key sounding vocals, into more of the higher octave pitch sounded vocals that made these songs deliver more stronger, and it does have a powerful, energetic style to it. And to me, the backing vocals as well does suit it well for me. So yeah, the guitar work on the album is another one of the best highlights. It really does keep everything going from its aggression, just some very good, easy to follow, simplistic guitar riffs that you can just enjoy from the moment you click on one of the tracks. You can just really hear the very good distortion, besides the instrumentation itself, and just the musicianship in general is absolutely fantastic. So I really do find this band extremely creative and unique, and just the way that they really do deliver the songs that well, it's definitely one of the biggest reasons why this band for me had become one of my favorite bands. The drums on this album does have a lot of the very good, easy to follow, punchy, heavy sounds and beats, and it really keeps everything going too. And the bass guitar work as well really does contain the very good low tones. As I said, from the production value of the sounds of the album, but this is just an incredible album for a metalhead to listen to, and I'm going to be so excited to buy the physical copy of the album. And it's just one of these albums that you really, really need to listen to because of Grand Magus' very, very good creativity, and it does remind you of other bands. And when I listened to the deliverance of Grand Magus' instrumentation, it does remind me of other metal bands, like involving Ghost's debut, Opus Eponymous, with some other influence metal bands for like some Black Sabbath, I believe, and just some very unique, interesting sounds of metal at the same time. So this album is one hell of a great metal blast, a big joyride of epicness on the album, and I'm going to give this album by Grand Magus a high rating. To me, it's a near perfect album, and from when you first listened to it, you knew that something special is coming for these guys. So yeah, that's just pretty much it. I'm going to give this album a strong 9.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you posted for more reviews in the future, and keep it metal.